In this video, I'm going to be giving y'all the best build in NBA 2K22 Next Gen. But first, if you're looking for somebody to grind your badges, hit up Elite Badge Grinding. They're super fast and 100% legit. Click their links in the description and let them know Hambo sent you. Also, if you could do me a quick favor, scroll down, smash that big red subscribe button, as well as like the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. I'm actually going to give you guys two builds, so you guys do have two options. So we are in the My Player Builder, and to start this build off, we're actually going to be a point guard. If you don't know, your position actually does affect your stats this year, and point guards are able to be way quicker, so this is very important. And you still will be able to 100% basically play every single position. For the body settings, you're going to want to go ahead and max out your height to 6'8". The only real negative is that you are a bit slower, but it's definitely worth it for the better defense and better finishing. For the weight, you're going to want to go ahead and drop this down to 2 minimum. This way you'll be as quick as possible. And then next, for the wingspan, you're going to want this not at 7 foot, but at 7'1". This overall will allow you to get elite contact dunks, have pretty good wingspan, and just get the most badges possible. For our attributes, we're going to start things off by upgrading our finishing. We're going to go ahead and max out our driving dunk to a 92. We will get elite contact dunks. Then you're going to want your driving lay at an 86 and your close shot at an 86 as well. In total, you'll have 23 finishing badges. Onto your shooting attributes, you're going to start off by basically maxing out your mid-range. You're actually going to want this at an 87. And then for your three-pointer, you're going to want this at an 83, so you can have 28 shooting badges. Going down to playmaking, you're going to want to max out your ball handle and upgrade your speed of ball to a 73. Unfortunately, on this build, you're unable to get a ton of very important playmaking badges, such as quick chain or gold quick first step, which is why the second build is going to be a 6'6" build that's a lot faster and does have these badges. Next, your pass accuracy, you're going to want to bump this up to an 82. In total, you will have 24 playmaking badges, which is more than good enough. Moving on to your defensive attributes, I'm going to upgrade this kind of weirdly, so just kind of bear with me. You're going to want to upgrade your perimeter defense to an 86. Next, you're going to want your steal at an 82. Scrolling down to block, you're going to want this at an 83, and your offensive rebound at a 74. And then finally, for defensive rebound, you're going to want this at an 83. You will have in total 26 defensive badges, which is very, very good. And then finally, for your physicals, go ahead, max out speed, max out acceleration, bump up your vertical to an 80, and then max out your stamina as well. With the rest of your attributes, I recommend just throwing them onto free throw. You'll have an 84 free throw, which is more than good enough. Overall, this build has 101 badges, which is insane. This build is able to do everything at an elite level, and as I said, the one and pretty much only downside of this build is that it doesn't have some key playmaking badges, but trust me, it's not a big deal at all. Especially if you're a secondary ball handler, I wouldn't worry about it whatsoever. On to the takeovers. For the first takeover, I would recommend going with limitless range, and then for takeover number 2, I'd recommend going with ankle breaking shots, since it's just such a fun takeover. And as you guys can see, I've built a facilitating 3-level 2A, which basically tells me I've made a build that can do everything in this game at an elite level. Okay, so moving on to the second build of this video. This build is going to be pretty similar, but a little bit different. First, for your position, of course, we're going to be a point guard again. As I said, this lets you be as quick as possible. For the body settings, you are this time going to be 6'6". This will allow us to get quick chain on gold, which is very, very important. For your weight, you're also going to drop this down to minimum, just like we did last time, so we can be as quick as possible. And then for your wingspan, you are going to want this at 6'9", which does give you a bit better shooting. Starting things off with our finishing attributes, you're going to want to go ahead and upgrade your driving dunk to a 92. As I said, this is the place where you do get elite contact dunks. For driving lay, you're going to want this at an 82. And then for your close shot, you are going to want this at a 77. This time, you will have 24 finishing badges instead of 23, which I guess is a bit better. For shooting, you're going to want to max out your three-point ball and then upgrade your mid-range to a 78. In total, you will have 27 shooting badges, which is very good. Next, for playmaking, go ahead and max out your ball handle and then upgrade your speed with ball to an 83. And then finally, you're going to want your pass accuracy at a 77. You will have 27 playmaking badges. And as you guys can see, I have gold quick chain and gold quick first step. For defensive / rebounding, go ahead and upgrade your perimeter defense to an 89 and then also upgrade your steal to a 90. This is pretty much all you need for this point guard build, but I would also recommend upgrading your block to a 70. This way you do have an interior presence. There's literally no worse feeling on the twos when somebody's able to just dunk on you every single possession. For your physicals, you're going to want to max out your acceleration and then bump up your speed to an 82. I did have to not max out the speed because I was able to get way more badges this way. Next, for your vertical, you're going to want this at an 80. This way you can have elite contact dunks, and then go ahead and max out your stamina to a 99. You do have 1 rating, you just have to throw it on free throw, so just go ahead and do that. If you do want a higher free throw, since I do know 26 is pretty low, I would recommend dropping down playmaking. If you drop your pass accuracy to a 73 and then throw all of those ratings onto free throw, you're able to get a 76 free throw. In my opinion, this is good enough to be able to hit free throws, but if you do want something higher, I guess you could drop down your physicals a bit. On to the takeovers. For the first takeover, again, we're going to go with limitless range, and then I guess we're also going to go with ankle breaking shots again, since it is a kind of a similar build. And as you guys can see, I built a 2-way inside out scorer. Again, this just kind of tells me that this build can do everything in this game. With that being said, that is gonna wrap it up for the video. If you found the video helpful or enjoyed it, scroll down, drop me a like, and also subscribe to the channel so you can notify next time I'm dropping some more gems on y'all. If you guys do plan on making one of these builds and you want a badge glitch or the best badges to equip, click one of the videos on the screen right now. Go follow me on Twitter, and I'm out. Peace.